A new apple is coming to a grocery store near you, all thanks to the creative minds at Washington State University. Tonight, the story behind the Cosmic Crisp.
We didn't break any records, but lows in the teens were the coldest we've been since early March of this year. How cold is it going to be for trick-or-treaters? I'll have the forecast.
And Election Day is just 1 week away, and tonight we are turning our attention to the candidates for City Council President. Tonight, our political reporter Casey Decker puts their ads to the truth test. The sun was out, the skies were clear, but it was certainly not warm outside today. The high today in Spokane, 32 degrees. Felt more like December than October. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Mark Hanrahan. Whitney is off tonight. I'm standing alongside meteorologist Michelle Boss. We're probably not going to break any records with our overnight lows, although it will be close. However, let's put these temperatures in perspective. It's not often we can say we're actually colder here than in Anchorage, Alaska, where temperatures in the 40s tonight.
That's right. As we take a look at the current temperature in Spokane right now, we've got 20 degrees. And I guess if you want to warm up, head off to Anchorage right now where it's 48 degrees. But even more surprising, let's take a look at some of the other temperatures across the globe. We are currently warmer than Reykjavik, Iceland. You would think that would be colder. And also colder than, and I got to say this right with the right accent, Novosibirsk. That's in Siberia in southern Russia.
Nailed it.
Yeah, so we've got much warmer temperatures here than some places around the globe, but we're still pretty cold, 20 degrees out there. And as we take a look at other temperatures across the region, well, I guess we're lucky we're not in Deer Park right now. Well, some of you are in Deer Park. 12 degrees out there, 17 in Coeur d'Alene, 18 in Sandpoint, 15 in Ritzville. Lots of areas have already dipped into the teens. Oh boy, and even St. Mary's down to 11 degrees, Libby at 14. You can just tell if temperatures are where they are right now, it is going to be really cold by tomorrow morning. Clear skies really helping us out because without any blanket of clouds, any heat that we got from the sunshine today is just radiating out into space. For trick-or-treaters, we're going to be dealing with some cold temperatures, but fortunately temperatures will be on the slight upswing by Thursday. 5 o'clock temperatures in the upper 30s, so the earlier you go out, the warmer it will be. By 7 o'clock, we'll be down to freezing. And for the older kids who might be out a little bit later, by 9 o'clock, temperatures will only be in the upper 20s. Well, here's a look at where we're going to be over the next 12 hours or so. Temperatures dipping into the teens. I think we're going to bottom out around 14 degrees tomorrow morning, which would be a little bit cooler than we were this morning. High tomorrow of 37. Thursday, a little bit better, 39, and we could be in the lower 40s by Friday.
All right, Michelle, thank you very much. A lot of you might be dreading your utility bill with these frigid temperatures, so we looked into a few ways to bring down the bottom line. Avista says heating accounts for up to 60% of your monthly energy costs. They recommend you turn down the heat by 3 degrees while you're not home to about 68 degrees. Avista also suggests check for any spots where a draft might be coming into your home. They say adding a door sweep or weather stripping is a simple and cheap way to cut down on drafts. For more tips, just head to our website. That's KREM.com. Hard to believe, but Election Day just 1 week away. Ballots are due next Tuesday. And of course, the political ads are unavoidable right now. We have reported a lot on the race for Spokane mayor. So tonight, our political reporter Casey Decker turns his attention to the candidates for City Council President and how truthful their ads are.
Cindy Wendell and Breanne Beggs are both running plenty of spots, both on TV and online. This ad here from Wendell has drawn a lot of attention lately.
I love Spokane. It's where I've raised my family and run our business. But lately, I don't recognize it.
All right, this right here is where that attention is coming from. This video of a homeless camp used as evidence of Spokane's homeless problem isn't in Spokane at all. It's Baltimore. The video was stock footage from a Maryland-based company shot near the Orioles' Camden Yards. Wendell's explanation? She didn't want to risk the safety of her film crew by going to a real Spokane homeless camp. She says using the stock footage is still reflective of the issues we're facing here. Okay, let's keep watching.
Crime and open drug use take more of our city and our citizens every day.
All right, the number on the screen right here, drug-related crimes up 33%. Well, where does that come from? Well, it comes from a news report earlier this month. And that station has said the number was used out of context here. Specifically, it only applies to downtown, not citywide. Also, it wasn't an actual reported statistic. It was a projection from the downtown sergeant based on the number of arrests his officers had made so far this year compared to last. Wendell says the number is still reflective of the experience Spokanites have downtown. But whether crime is up or down basically comes down to what stats you use. Are you looking at specific neighborhoods or citywide? All crime or specific types? And are you looking at reports or arrests? All of those variables mean you can sort of make the stats say whatever you want. That pertains to this ad from Brianne Beggs.
Spokane is safer. We've reduced crime by over 15% this year.
That number is easier to pin down. It's the citywide data from the latest CompStat report. Specifically, that report says overall crime is down 16.55% compared to this time last year. But again, crime stats never as straightforward as we'd like them to be. There's just so many variables.
By hiring more police and pairing them with social workers.
These claims both easily verified. Beggs was a backer of the levy that raised property taxes to pay for more police. And the last 2 city budgets have included money for 10 new hires each year. But it is worth mentioning, although the council has been providing more money, that doesn't necessarily mean more cops on the streets. That's because officers might leave the department faster than new ones can be hired. Now, when it comes to social workers, there's been a well-documented program to get them in patrol cars, specifically mental health clinicians. Now, to be clear, right now there are only a handful that rotate with various officers. It's not like every cop has a social worker with them at all times. Casey Decker, KREM 2 News.
And then they proceeded to start making war cries in the restaurant and basically becoming disruptive to everyone around them.
That is what a spokesperson for Sherry's Restaurant says was the reason for kicking out these 2 people. One of them made a Facebook post claiming the manager kicked them out for wearing the costumes. But as the spokesperson explained, it was their behavior that got them removed from the restaurant. After they started yelling, the manager says they made offensive remarks to a server and a cook, both of whom are Native American. This happened in Lewiston, by the way. Sherry stands behind their employees' decision, saying they won't tolerate people who do not treat others with respect and with kindness. More than 1,700 people were called in for jury selection in the case involving a missing Colorado mom. Now the court is working to bring that number down to just 12 jury members. Prosecutors say Patrick Frazee killed his fiancée, Kelsey Barrett, last Thanksgiving. Barrett has ties to the Pacific Northwest. She has family in Washington and in Idaho. This case has received national attention. Now both prosecutors and the defense want to know if the jury can put aside what they've already heard about the case.
The defense is going to be looking for people they believe will really protect the need for proof beyond a reasonable doubt. And the prosecution, they're going to be looking for leaders, someone to lead the jury past what they're going to call the insignificant fact that there is no corpse.
About 40 people have been excused so far, but there are still hundreds more to go. The judge said his goal is to finish selecting the jury by the end of the week and begin opening statements in this trial against Frazee by Friday. Prosecutors say Frazee murdered Barrett and dumped her remains, but authorities have not yet found her body. Frazee has pleaded not guilty. House Democrats released an impeachment resolution today. It outlines what the president and White House counsel can and cannot do moving forward. Here's what the White House can do under the resolution: submit written requests for additional testimony or other evidence, attend hearings, public and private, and cross-examine witnesses. If the White House refuses to cooperate with Congress, the committee can deny requests made by the president or his counsel. These rules are not set in stone yet. The resolution still has to be marked up by the House Rules Committee. That's scheduled for tomorrow. A full vote could happen Thursday. White House leaders say they are waiting to see the final resolution before deciding whether or not to cooperate. Still ahead this evening, a new apple coming to a grocery store near you, all thanks to the creative minds at Washington State University, where they got the idea for that Cosmic Crisp. Coming up next.